Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to my Find the Button adventures. We are playing Find the Button Plus 2. We have done a number of rooms. We've gotten quite stuck in 2 of them, but the others have been pretty fun. Now, we ended up in this room last time. It was our first or second real room in the Nether, and I will not lie, I have been thinking about this room and this Find the Button for like the past couple of days, because I want to find the button, okay? Immediately as I was ending the last video, I noticed this little divot in the lava there. I noticed this little guy, but I don't think there's anything for us up there. And other than that, I haven't really noticed anything because I wanted to get out of here as quickly as possible so that I couldn't get any other ideas. It looks like there's a gap under here as well. Okay. Lots of little places for them to hide a button, but let's just kind of look around the room a little bit first. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for us to get over there, but there's also no need because there's nothing for us really up there. So I do think our best bets are going to be that little divot and this little cave area. So let's check over here first. Don't mind the burning. It's only temporary. Okay, so nothing really over here. Interesting. Let's try and get onto dry land so I can just jump a little bit quicker. Okay, there's gotta be something down here, right? I'm not going crazy. But I can't swim in lava. Like, I can't control and start swimming. That's not how this works. So unless there is a block drop for us anywhere here, we're not gonna be able to get under there. But can we, like, somehow press a button? Huh. You know, I really thought one of my ideas would work. I hadn't really thought much further along in case this wouldn't work. Oh, if only I had looked up. Gamers never look up. You heard it here first, folks. Well, I still think my ideas were quite great. Okay, I can get back up here if I fall. The issue is that is a head hitter, and I don't want to be dealing with that. But I don't think the button would be up here. Because then they wouldn't have had to build all the area downstairs, and so I feel like they would have just kept us in the fortress. But I do like, honestly, that we're kind of in the Nether right now. It's kind of fun. I will not lie. Okay, so this also brings us up. Do we see any buttons on the side of this? So far, nothing. Let's swim across really quickly. I love, not being afraid of lava. Big fan. The Nether is a terribly scary place for me usually, so kind of being invincible is really, really nice. Okay, so far nothing. This lava is taking up, you know, a lot of my screen. Oh hey, look at that. First try. I don't know. We have no need to be back up here. Do we see... If there was any, like, spare block anywhere, we could probably hop up on top, but I don't see any, so it must mean a button can be on top. We have yet to check out the actual lava, but I wonder... This lava... Oh? If we just keep on falling... I saw something, but am I going crazy? Oh, it's like the water we saw before. But I just haven't looked. Hold on. Okay. This is lava. It's not water. But in the other room, this is the type of lava that I said looked suspicious. Because when I jump a little bit, I can see some gappage right here. And that does not help me in any way. Apparently. But now I am confused. Surely it's somewhere here. You see what I'm seeing though, right? Okay, should this be done? I don't know. I make up all the rules here. But you see what I see. But maybe this is a wild goose chase and I'll never find anything in this lava. Alright, so I have walked fully around this perimeter once. And hold on, let me see. What I noticed is in most of these areas we have one under the surface block and then a gap, right? So that's what I've been seeing, but all of a sudden there were 2 blocks, and I went, that is strange. Let me not give up my circle once I've almost reached the end, and boom, I started falling. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never fallen before. So I figured that was the way out. It definitely was a way out. But I don't think the right one. Hold on, let me, Alright, so this is what the hole looks like that we fell through. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Hold on. And we'll just try not to go there again. I don't know if I was meant to fall all the way out, but it has happened now. Nothing we can do about it. How did I fall through the floor? I don't know. There we go. And now let's get back into it. For real this time. So we don't want to go in this all the way back corner. Honestly, I'm worried that the button was there and I somehow, you know, it burnt or something. This is the other hole we've been in before. Honestly, I feel like we've checked out a lot of this area. And I wonder if somehow that hole wasn't meant to be there. Because there's nothing else really for us to do. That was like my last resort, checking, you know, like every single place ever. To see if we could fall down. Is there a random block down here? You see what I see? I'm standing in here, but how does that help me? Huh. I don't know. Oh well, time to just keep looking for this button. Alright, so I might have looked at the tutorial once again, just because I did genuinely think that there was something wrong with this, because I didn't expect to just be able to fall through the map. But unfortunately, that was not where the button was meant to be at all. So let's see. I have just been blind. I apologize. Hopefully you all haven't been staring at that button for the last few minutes while I just fell down into the void. But we are here, and we are better than ever. I've now looked at the tutorial twice for help. I will allow myself one more easy out, and that will be it. But hopefully I can do it without any further help. Oh my goodness. Now that I know I can apparently fall out of the map, I'll be a little bit more careful, I suppose. Interesting, though. I've never been able to fall out of a map before. I'm not gonna look in the lava. I'm done looking in lava. There's not gonna be any single button in this lava. All the lava has been bait. And I refuse to fall for it again. I'm jumping in the lava, aren't I? There's nowhere else really for me to look right now, except to jump into the lava. I'm just checking everything. But I think we have no further choice. Nothing but lava to jump into. Alright, let's get back to it. Jumping in the lava, who would have thought? I feel like these nether rooms are just tricking me. I feel like I've never found the button easily in these nether rooms. And I think that is a me problem. Also, this lava doesn't feel like it's the vibe. Huh. I am, once again, hopelessly lost. Wherever could this button be? And what color is the button? Am I able to see it right now? Am I being blind? Have I forgotten my skills? There's no way for me to get back up there, which is also quite strange. On the one hand, that does make me think that I probably don't need to be up there for anything. But also, I would like to be able to go up there and double check that I'm not missing something right now. I sure love burning. Okay, nothing so far here. We just gotta keep our eyes open. Oh my god, that was the sneakiest button ever. I was checking everything. I was checking like all around these in case one of these had a button on them. And then I saw this little gold block in the center, so I thought maybe I have to like get under this bridge somehow to get to that gold block, but no, it was right here all along. Oh my goodness, these rooms have been getting really difficult. Or maybe I'm just becoming blind and unable to look for buttons anymore, but I've struggled with almost all of these nether rooms. And the couple ones before that as well, so really, this is a challenging map, and if you haven't, you know, already watched me do all of this, I definitely would suggest this if you want a challenging room, but also definitely keep watching my videos and, you know, maybe just forget where the buttons are after I find them or something. But this map is really, really difficult, which, if that's what you're wanting, is awesome. I've really been enjoying this. Okay, I'm looking for buttons. That is what I am doing. At the end of the day, I look for buttons. And one of these buttons will have a button. This would have been a nice spot, but unfortunately it is not one. I'm looking just in all the corners for now. Or let's just look at these trees a little bit. One at a time. Now I'm up here. Can I see anything new? Not particularly, at least for this tree. No, we could see all of that before, but can I see something on this side of the tree? No, okay. So that tree I don't think is helpful to us at all. So we go to this one. This will not give us anything new. We can see pretty much the entire inside of this tree from any angle. So no buttons could be hiding in there. But what happens when I go up here? I don't think anything, really. Okay. Of course I can't jump to avoid lava. That would be silly. I think I should be able to reach that. Will it be at all helpful? Not a clue. Let's have a look. I don't see any buttons up there. But how should I know? It seems like this would be a good bet though. Because I have to sort of do a little bit of a parkour to get there, and that to me suggests that maybe it's important. Now if I could just jump one of these times. I'm terrible at climbing vines. But I can see everything, and there's no button up there. So why am I trying? No button there either. Maybe these trees are all bait, and it was never here to begin with. Maybe. Maybe I have to go all the way. This one goes all the way to the ceiling. But still nothing. Oh my goodness. These buttons are elusive as ever. Okay. Let's see what I can find. Do you see what I see? I've gotten better at finding these buttons. And I've reached the end. Is my time of entrapment nearly over? Am I finally gonna be free? Will I defeat this final boss and get to go home and live a happy life again in the world that is boundless and I can explore forever and ever and I don't have to worry about buttons ever again? Is this what freedom feels like? Okay, let's find these buttons. Oh? Okay. I've never been in an actual end city. Fun fact. You're learning lots about me through this series. That's where the elytra would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've watched people play Minecraft. I might not have played a lot of it myself, clearly. Let's not fall out of the world. Oh my, that scared me. It's the egg. Oh, I moved the egg. Hopefully I didn't need that to jump or anything. Where do we wish to go? Do I just jump to freedom? Is that what they want for me right now? I probably could. Am I overestimating my parkour skills? Probably. That would be a nice spot for a button, wouldn't it? No button though. Right, like what if I... No, there's no way I can get there. No way. I could jump to like here or there, but then what, you know? I don't think jumping for freedom is going to be the right course of action. But right here, maybe? The dragon head. Oh, okay. Not the right way. I want to kind of figure out what would happen if I were to jump into the endless abyss down here. but also we've kind of already seen what happens in the Endless Abyss, and it's not a lot of fun. There are lots of little gaps here that I find quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. But no buttons so far. I spy with my little eye a button. How on earth am I meant to get there? Because this would be ridiculous. But we've seen it now. I wonder... There's no other way for me to get there except through that guy. But there's no way for me to get to that guy, I don't think. Okay, there's no other buttons there, so it doesn't look like it's style choice or something. But I found no way of getting up onto this roof, which I think is my only way of getting there. Right, there's no hidden ladder or anything. The button's right there. We could have actually predicted it because this block isn't uniform. But now what? What if I make a jump for it? Okay, what if we actually jump this time? Okay, that's gotta be doable. That's gotta be doable. I believe. Okay. Okay. One of these days. Is there a better way to do this? Probably. I don't know it. Okay, I actually didn't expect that to work somehow, and now we have reached past the end. Am I even jumping for a button? I think I am. Oh my goodness. I didn't think, you know, after the end there would be a purgatory where I would have to do parkour to get to my button. Okay, I can do this. If I focus up, sometimes I can actually be pretty decent at parkour. I just don't enjoy the fact that there is no checkpoints. I'm gonna have to do this all in one go. I don't like that. I feel like at this point I should be allowed to cheat and go into creative mode. This isn't find the button anymore. This is do the parkour to find the button, and I think that's silly. Unless they're tricking me. And the button is just right underneath one of these blocks somehow. I don't think that's the case. You know what, let me lock in. Okay, you know what? I gave it my best shot, I guess. I am no parkour master. I can't do this 4-block jump. I can barely do this 3-block jump, apparently. You know, I usually am not this bad at parkour, and I have been doing 4-block jumps recently. So I don't know, I just think today is not my day when it comes to Minecraft parkour. And you know what? That's okay. Because at the end of the day, this is a find the button map, and I can find this button. With just a little bit of help. Right, okay. And we jump. And oh my goodness, would you look at that? I made it. And then we jump up here. And would you look at that? I made it again. Yep, and then I go from here all the way up to here, and then I jump down to here because that makes sense. And then I realize I've gone the wrong way, so actually I go all the way back here and I do this and I do a Neo, because who doesn't love some Neos? Some nice blocks there for me to have a little bit of a running start. And then I do some ladder parkour, which is honestly not the worst type of parkour. Okay. And then I make it all the way up here. And then, just like that... I'm gonna miss this jump, aren't I? Yeah, okay. And just like that, I make it nice and easily to this platform. Would you look at that? And then I do believe there should be a button for us to press. And just like that, I have made it. Of course, once again, this is the Find the Button +2, a map made by these individuals. And I am a champion. I am the best there ever was and ever will be, with a little bit of help. Honestly, this map was really, really quite challenging, and I did quite like it, you know? Sometimes it's fun to have a nice and easy map, but this one was quite difficult and I enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. If you found any of the buttons before I did, which definitely you had a lot of chances to for this video because I definitely struggled to find a whole lot of the buttons. Do you think you could have done that parkour? I honestly suggest try downloading this map. You can find it on CurseForge with the name that I have linked below as well. And try that final map parkour room. You'd obviously have to get through all the other rooms first, but try the final parkour room map and see if you can do it and how long it takes to, because I guarantee it would have probably taken me a lifetime if I ever did complete it. But for now, I got it with just a little bit of help from the Minecraft mechanics, that is changing to different game modes and having creative flight. But we shall ignore that because I am a champion and I have defeated this map. And life is awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do always appreciate all of your support. And hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon in this world or the next. Alright, have a good one. Bye-bye.